game's getting easy, actually.
Oh, you think it's getting easy?
It's getting easy.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Wait, who's there?
Somebody.
How you doing?
I heard you're in town. I had to come say hi. Good to see you, dude.
Great seeing you, brother. We've had it. Oh, what's going on over there?
Cheating. You cheated. I saw it.
It's all
Come
clean.
on in, man.
It's all
Get in
clean.
there.
It's all clean.
Wow. Good to see you, man.
All right. It's all clean.
This is a contest of champions. Dude, get in here.
You're in.
Sure. Okay.
By the way, terrific guy. Not a great Jenga player.
Nice.
Oh, really?
Did I tell
Are you allowed to touch it with 2 hands?
Yeah.
I didn't touch it with 2
In
hands.
this game we are.
I
After
did
a bottle,
not.
yeah.
This hand is over here.
Dude, are you
Okay,
kidding?
I was trying,
Oh!
to, be, I was trying to be nice. I was trying to be nice. I'll just take this one.
Oh.
Wow, bro. That's poise. That's right there.
Yeah, no, you're messed up.
I'm
I
not
was
messed up.
trying to be nice.
Well done. Cheers.
This show is bad for Johnny's health. You guys talk about comic books at all?
We did, yeah.
Oh, cool.
I told him all about the comic book I'm writing, and I don't even think you know about that.
You didn't tell me about it, but you told me you're writing one.
Which one?
You didn't tell me which one. You
That's
just,
true. No,
No.
it'll go down.
Do you think this is what Schism's about?
Who?
It is.
Oh, Tool?
It's about a game of
literally
Jenga?
is. Literally, they all sat around and said,
I know the
push
pieces
this
fit.
Yes. I don't know. I have a feeling it's more about the band, but whatever.
fuck you. All right.
Have you ever seen him this red?
Not that red. I've seen it in this trunk, though.
Come on.
By the way, you told me the story of the interview stopped like in a half an hour ago because he has asked me a question for a good 20 minutes at least, right? Don't do it.
That one?
It's gonna fall. Don't do that one. None of the bottom ones are good. They're all fucked.
Go on.
No! Oh,
He's such a good guy trying to help you.
I was trying to help him.
I know.
Damn it.
Some people can't be helped.
Yeah.
All right, that's 2-0.
Kiss the guy sitting to the left of you.
How come every one of
weird game.
How come every one of them says that? Let's talk a little bit. Come on.
Let's see some comic books.
Oh, yes. Okay, so I purchased some comic books today. It's something I do often. I love buying high-end comic books, so I want to share some of them with you if that's okay.
So where do you get these?
So a friend of mine who is also a dealer brought these books in. They're super cool books, okay? First of all, let's start with this one. No, not that one. Let's start with this one. This is Fantastic Four, number 5.
The fuck do you have that? It's incredible.
This is the first appearance of Doctor Doom. Personally, it's my favorite character in the Marvel Universe. Obviously, they haven't used him very well in the books. I mean, in the movies yet. Sorry, it's been a little bit of this, but he's a very wealthy guy. He actually is a king, and he spends his entire life fighting with that self-image, trying to be something else, something greater. And in a story called Emperor Doom, he actually attains the mastery of the entire world, and he realizes that's not what he wants. So it's an interesting story. Anyway, that's Fantastic Four number 5, first appearance of Doctor Doom.
And how many of those are there out there?
I have no idea.
Is it 8-0?
It's an 8.0. Not many in 8.0.
Not many in that condition, no.
Okay, so
That's like-
here, this is an X-Men number 1. It's the first appearance of the X-Men. So the original X-Men
Hugh
was...
Jackman.
Well, yeah, Hugh Jackman. No, he came around Hulk 181. But you have Iceman, you have Cyclops, Marvel Girl, who later becomes Phoenix. You have the Beast, and you have Hawk.
Angel.
Angel, sorry. And here's Magneto right here, and of course Professor X is in this book. What's amazing about the X-Men, and the reason I gravitated towards the X-Men is because it's a bunch of misfits, right? They don't fit in anywhere. They're odd, they're weird, but they're looking out for the interests of humanity, and they're hated by humanity. They're feared by humanity at the same time. So it's really relatable. And Stan Lee was exceptional at this. Marvel in its early days was really good about making people relate. You know, you had Spider-Man, who was just a nerd, who finally got something, and then when he got it, he abused it, and because of that, he lost his uncle. You know, and he spent the rest of his life kind of making up for that. You know, being a superhero, but like he was always broke. You know, and he always had adversity. And I don't know, I feel like Stan Lee made relatable storylines, relatable characters that were still fantastic. You know, it was...
What are you talking about? What are you...
It was still the Odyssey, but it was a relatable Odyssey.
See that look.
So I have a comic book question for you.
Sure.
So you've obviously read that, right? Or have you read it online? Like you don't
I have
open
read
that.
it, yeah.
You're not going to open that up and ever read it, right?
No, because these are graded books. So
Yeah.
basically, they have a value to them. The grade establishes that value. It's more of like a confidence issue.
And even if you take this off, that grade goes away, right?
No, like if you rip it open, yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't go away, but it needs to be regraded. You know,
That's what I mean,
You
yeah,
basically
yeah.
spoiled
It's
it.
incredible. Yeah. Incredible fucking piece.
Well, this is actually about like 15 grand.
Johnny, why don't you hold it for a little bit? No,
There you go.
no.
Give it to me.
So then the last one I want to show you.
X-Men. I love X-Men.
So this is a
Johnny,
Batman.
do not fuck that up.
It's all right, bro. This is a Batman #1. This is actually over 100 grand. It's the first appearance, not of Batman, but of the Joker and Catwoman. And in this issue, she was just called the Cat. Later on, she became Catwoman. But if you think about like books of importance, what's more important than the first appearance of the Joker? One of the most important books in the comic book history. And a really nice, as low grade as you can get, 1.5. There's only 2 grades lower than that, 1.0
Thank you
and
for even
0.5.
letting me hold on to that.
Wait, so this is over 100 grand and it's got a bad rating?
Yeah, the low grading is 100 grand.
So what would like a 8.0 of that be worth?
8.0, you're probably looking at about like 750,000.
Wow.
Yeah, estimate. You know, I sold actually Jack Black, who is a friend and customer. He bought a beautiful 9.0 copy.
Of that one?
Yeah, I want to say about 12 years ago. Give me that. He bought a beautiful 9.0 copy. It's the highest grade that I've ever seen of the book, and it's
Yeah.
gorgeous. And I would say that's worth well over $1 million now.
So what makes you want to like part ways with that? Just the cash? I mean,
It depends, man. It depends on your collecting style. So for me, I can't keep any of these books because if I do, I'll keep them all.
yeah.
Right. So for right now, I have a 9.4 Amazing Fantasy 15. It's the first appearance of Spider-Man,
Okay.
and it's worth over $1 million.
And you know you're going to get rid of it someday?
And I got to sell it because if I don't sell it, I'll keep that. I'll keep this. I'll keep the other book. I'll keep them all.
Yeah.
Because I have that sickness, which is collecting. You know,
Yeah.
sickness / passion. Right.
Have you seen any of these things go up in value since you've had
All of them.
Yeah.
You cannot lose money on comics, guys. I have a couple of clients that are high profile guys.
Yeah.
You know, and I make them all the same pledge. Any comics you buy, I'll buy back.
Yeah.
So they can't lose money, right?
Yeah.
So if they spend $5,000 on a book, they'll never make less than $5,000 on that book.
Yeah.
It is the safest commodity that you can buy.
That's crazy.
It's safer than any stock, whatever it is. You want to lose again to Jenga, or are you good? You solid?
You want to play?
No, I think
I think I'm gonna beat you again.
again. Okay, you haven't beat me yet. How about I choose you instead?
We'll play again.
Don't put the viewers through that.
Anyway, look, man.
Sixth game of Jenga.
No, we've only played 2. We're supposed to play 5.
You were to play 5 games?
No, we're supposed to play 5.
That's
We
what you
played
wanted
2.
to play.
Please.
That's what you wanted to play.
That's what we agreed to play.
Oh,
we
gotcha.
don't have time. We were talking about a lot of music stuff.
5 more games.
We were talking about our tour that we did in 2006 where we played together. That was like one of the best tours we ever did. Also one of the saddest for System because it was our last tour.
That's crazy.
You know. And actually, one of the regrets after getting to know you guys is that I didn't get to know you guys.
I know.
on
It's
that
crazy,
tour.
huh?
You know, we had that whole tour, and I watched you almost every day.
Yeah.
You know, because I really respected your band, and
thank you.
still do.
Why does it make me feel bad? You guys see your thing.
But we did that whole tour, and we never talked even.
You're
How did
right.
that happen?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's weird.
We were, I was probably 20.
We were shitheads anyways.
Yeah.
Well, so we're all shitheads, bro, at the end of the day. Yeah. We toured for almost, 2 months?
That's why 2 shitheads didn't get. That's why we didn't meet each other because we were both being shitheads.
Well, I think if you took your sunglasses off at night, that would have helped.
How dare you ask him?
The stage lights are too bright. You guys don't get that?
I never wore. Well, actually, I have worn sunglasses a couple times on stage.
Put the picture right there. Cut it. John on stage, sunglasses.
John, and sunglasses. Like, I never wore sunglasses.
Yeah.
Well, we were talking earlier about like all the bands we respect, and like one of the saddest things about the modern era is that if you look at the '60s, Hendrix would go up and play covers of songs that came out 2 days before.
Yeah.
You know, we were talking about that, and we were like, "Wow, that's fucking awesome," and that just doesn't happen these days.
No.
Which is part of the reason why I did this kind of homage to the modern era of bands with the covers album that we both worked on. You know, dude, I respect every song from the first to the last that we worked on. You know, I respect the artists that produced those songs. And I just wanted to kind of do my take of it.
Yeah.
You know, and I would hope that like somebody would take a song that I helped create and do their own version of that, man. Like, you know, I would love to hear that
Totally.
as an artist. or
And you
musician.
did like completely different takes on all those songs too.
Yeah,
That's the cool part.
It's the way I would envision that song.
Yeah.
know?
You completely twisted them up.
I mean, you can't take Hendrix's version of songs that he covered and compare them to the originals.
No.
The originals stand on their own. Hendrix's versions stand on their own, right? And I think there would be more of that, right? For example, Adam from Tool. Love him to death. He's a big comic book fan and big comic book art fan, and that's how we met, and that's kind of like what our connection is initially. But like, you know, when I heard his album that Tool just put out, I called him and I said, "Man, well done, man. You know, you produce something that's going to move people, that moved me.
Yeah, I
You know,
love it.
and I listened to it, I enjoyed it, and it inspired me.
Right.
And well done for you. You know, and I respect you so much, and please continue. You
Yeah,
know? Like please
totally.
continue to inspire me and inspire us to create something. And the same thing, man. I was telling him earlier, like your band is unique, right? Like nobody sounds like your band. It's just your band. That's it.
Yeah.
You know, and then it's a lot of people that are inspired by that, and hopefully they'll take all the things that we've done in our generation
Yeah.
and expand on them and create something that we can be inspired by. Isn't that the fucking ultimate
Yeah,
goal?
I don't think there's anyone that's more unique than System though.
Well, whatever.
That's
You know,
awesome. I mean, it's awesome. It's awesome.
System's unique, and I know you're
Yeah.
a proponent, you know, a big fan of System.
Yeah.
And you carry our banner with you, and I appreciate that. But really, we're the same thing. We're all in the same band at the end of the day.
Totally.
You know, and we take inspiration from each other. Don't think that I don't listen to you guys and I'm like, fuck, I like that. I like what they did there. And I know where it came from.
Yeah.
You know? I know what they were listening to when they created that.
Yep.
You know? Trust me, I do.
No, totally.
Part of that influence is going to come
No,
out of what I
totally.
do
Flip
next.
it around. Yeah.
You know?
Something else. Yep.
And I do regret that we don't have that on the same level as they did in the 60s. There was just such a fucking exploration of each other's music, and like and it was pop, but it wasn't, and it was experimental, but it wasn't, and there were people that were on the fringe, and they influenced the people that were super popular, and vice versa.
Do you think it's a rock and roll thing? Because it looks like a lot of the hip hop artists still do that.
You know, he was mentioning that earlier.
Yeah, like they're on everyone's tracks and they're just doing it, right?
Yeah, and you know what? Maybe that's it.
Yeah.
Maybe it still exists, but it's there.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, let's bring it back to us.
Totally.
Right? Or let's exploit that. You know, let's say, okay,
Let's bring the blocks back together and play a game. We
Well,
can now play a game together.
you know, you actually you created a metaphor
Yeah.
Sure.
without knowing it.
Let's bring the
Okay.
blocks back together.
Let's bring the blocks back together and play the game. All right? Because when we were kids, we were sponges. We took in all this information.
Are you sure you could handle this in 2006?
I'm gonna go ahead.
More in 2006
God.
now.
I'm gonna start doing it.